Pete.
Yo.
Yeah,
12:46. The
Give me
man says within 6 hours from 12:46. That ain't 8 p.m.
I
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
So here I am, and we originally decided like 8 p.m. So I'm like, okay, 8 p.m. So then today when he messages me at 12:46, he says in 6 hours. I'm like, that's not 8 p.m. So I'm like, what's the timing of this? He said, Dave, just add 6. I literally put on a timer for like 6 something, still not around. I said, let me take a nap. Wake back up around 7:30. I'm like, maybe now.
Quick maths, Johnny.
David, it makes you feel better. I was on the phone talking shit about you, saying broke fucking math man over there.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Gotta put the blame on you and shit.
I know he was wrong. It was me.
Now I get the real story and shit. Oh, so today I was working on my website, and my girl started working from home, and she's like a telemarketer. She did like what is it? Public storage. So she would like get like units set up for people from all across the nation, but she was working from home. And ever since she had that job, I have been on everybody's ass. Like, hey, she's at work. It's time to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody keep quiet. No kids jumping around. No yelling. No playing. And one day when she was at work, I'm sitting there working on my website, and I just forgot that she had just clocked in. She's on the phone with a customer, and I'm working. I think I deleted my whole page or something I was working on. I just yell out, "Fuck!" like loud as hell. It's probably like some long, loud ass fuck. I know my exaggerated ass, but forgetting that she's even at work, she just clocked in. She's in the middle of a call and talking to him and saying, "Yeah, man, well, we can get you in the storage unit." And fuck, and the customer's like, "Excuse me," and she's like, "Yeah, the storage unit's available next week, and we can get you in there." She just played it off naturally, but like, I ain't think nothing of it. I'm wondering why. Yeah, baby, like, what's up? Like, they haven't called you in. Like, you been on the computer. Like, what's going on? And then she's like, yeah, well, they told me to come log in the next day. And when she logs in the next day, they have a recorded session of her like playing in the background, and all you hear is me yelling "fuck" in the background. And she's like, well, I mean, the lady's like, well, we know it wasn't you, but it happened on the recorded line, and we're gonna have to let you go. So,
would you like us someone to send around to your house to make sure that you're okay?
Yeah, bro. It was so fucked up, bro. Like, I felt like a fucking donkey shit, bro. It was just like nothing I could do, nothing I could say. I just completely just got her fired from a job that like she worked so hard to get just so she could work at home. It's like the perfect pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been there for like maybe like a month. The passing with flying colors. She's probably gonna be a manager. You know what I'm saying?
Manager of fuck.
Yeah. You can't even manage a fucking man at home. Goddamn screaming.
So for me, I would say it was like the first time I was high, but off of edibles. Now, I didn't read the edibles, so this is how it happened. I was going to go see the movie Morpheus, which hopefully I pronounced that movie's name correctly, which was terrible. So I'm like, I'm going to enjoy myself one way or another. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get high. I ate 3.
Damn.
David.
Now, after 83, first hour, it started kicking in. And then I just started laughing hysterically like the damn joke. I don't even remember how the hell when that movie ended, how I got out the movie theater room, down 2 flights of escalators into a damn Uber. And then after 2 days later, most of my friends, they too brought like the same pack. And they said for your first timers, you're supposed to try 1. And after an hour, if you don't feel like any effects, you might try like another 1. and yet stupid me tries 3.
Oh wow.
David, that's some gangster shit. What would the church say about this?
I don't think that's trying at that level. That is fucking doing.
Morpheus is that's the vampire movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
The villain
Yeah, Morpheus.
So
Getting high didn't even help that movie at all.
I was gonna say it didn't even make it better.
Even thought he was watching Twilight. What's going on? That's the new Batman movie.
Now, Twilight had better quality than that.
Damn, and straight into the Uber.
That is
Gosh.
crazy.
And when I even went into the Uber, my friends were like, instead of saying, normally you would say, oh, is this like the Uber? I said Uber Eats. So it's like, I don't even know how. Hopefully I didn't talk to the driver.
You had the munchies and shit.
I really hope I did not have conversation with that driver, honestly. Like, I would have probably tipped him more. Oh my gosh, it would have been crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much my like first one. Now, the second one, hopefully you edit that one out, Johnny.
When I was stupid, many a times in my life, is years ago when I started on YouTube, when I would have meeting most of y'all, like what's that, over 6 years ago now, is I made a Twitter, and the name of it was, I was looking for a cool name, you know me, Wolf and all that. I was like, yeah, it's be cool, and what, the Irish wildling. So I had something like the Celtic Wolf, and I was like, that's generic. So in my head, I was like trying to think outside the box, and you know when you think outside the box, you go straight to Latin. That's what you do. Latin, Google Translate. Yeah, straight. And it's like, oh, that's unique. Nobody does that. So the name I came out with was something like Celtic lupus, because lupus is like Latin for wolf. So I make that name. I'm like, grand. That's a solid Twitter name. We have videos going, having fun. Great. I notice every week that goes by, I know that you get some random followers and all, and like, oh, that's cool. So the first one is like Professor Kennedy. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. No, people on Twitter are like following you and all in all different areas of life. So the next week it was like the hospital at Arizona or something. I'll go, it's pretty cool. Like, okay, bit weird now. The next week then was like another doctor, like Dr. Kell or something. I was like, that's pretty cool. No, it's a bit weird now. So then, y'all remember Nixie Nix? Shout out to Nix if you ever watching this. Is she had messaged me on Twitter. I was like, oh, I didn't know you had that. What? The punchline with this? She's like, lupus. And like, apparently, That's a bit of a dark turn, yeah. So apparently, lupus is like, it's not a nice like condition, you know, weak bones and all that like stuff, and like serious condition. So all these doctors that been following me for weeks,
they thought they needed to help you. They were trying to tell you, hey, that somebody cares.
I just thought I was getting cool followers on Twitter. It's like, no, they thought I was patient zero over in Ireland, man. Lupus, like. In my head, it's like, I messaged them and said I was just thinking outside the box, like, you know. I was tempted to make a tweet and just capital letters and be like, it's Latin for wolf, you know, just leave it there, pin it, and then retire, like. But yeah, the most followers I ever had on Twitter was doctors and hospitals, so
that's
beat that.
So you pretty much set yourself up for failure for using Google Translate?
Story of my life, David. That's what happens with Irish people when they try and like fit in with society that's not Irish. We end up getting followed by doctors. You know, and look, that story.
I love that Google Translate shit. That's how I got my girl.
That's how I failed Spanish, man. Remember for my Spanish, what was it? For junior year for Spanish. What the hell, Alexa? Calm down. Like that was just like random as hell.
Carry on.
Sorry about the recording.
Your real name is Broke Black Man 94. Random the Saint is not a good name.
Maybe because I said Google.
Like,
but
you wanna play me, you know it's our time. So, like, you know, I'm in the basement, and you know when it gets hot down here, don't say nothing, don't say shit.
Where is this going?
So, you know, I don't know, a long time ago when I used to be in the chat with y'all, and Andy was like, "Yo, Pete, sound like Pete, like you clearing a gun, like you cocking back a gun, right?" I have like these, let's see, I have like these little plastic pellet pistols, right, like these right here, right, and I basically keep them down here so that when the roaches, the big ass water bugs in Georgia, when they come, they be like up in the ceiling, or they'll be like in a place where I can't like reach them. So I got real good with this little pellet gun, and I can like shoot them from like 30 feet away. You know what I'm saying? Like, so anytime I see something or the kids say there's a bug down here, I'm getting the pistol and I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So one time
context is important here.
And I had told Trey to come get it. I think it was like a bee or something, a wasp or something. It was a wasp, and I was going to shoot it out the air. And I told him to come down here and get it, and he was like, "Man, I can't find it." I'm like, "Man, it's right there. It's where I tell you it's always at." And it wasn't there. You know what I mean? Where it was in here in my drawer. So feeling like an ass. I'm like, "Oh man, I told him it was there," and he's feeling bad because he told me it's not there, and I'm fucking wrong. So I got to go tell him that I fucked up and tell him where it was. So I'm sitting there playing with the gun, not realizing it, and I pulled the trigger and shot my damn screen, right? Now, mind you, when I pulled the trigger, I didn't know that. I was like, oh shit, well that shit must have went past the screen and over under there and maybe hit the wall or hit that and bounced around. I didn't see nothing on the screen at all. So I had to leave. I went and left out, and I had called back home and asked my girl to come check something on my computer, and she's like, yeah, so what's this on your screen? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she goes like, it's like there's like something on your screen. Did you get one of those screensavers to try to trick me so I won't get on your computer? I'm like, no, like why would I do that? That's dumb. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, but it looks like your screen is cracked. And I'm just thinking in the car, I'm just like riding around. I'm like, my screen is cracked. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, does it look like it got shot? She's like, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. And I'm like, oh fucking shit. So like, I'm like, all right, tell me this. All right, just tell me this. Is the whole screen out? You know what I mean? Like, she's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, like, it looks like it got shot. What part of that did I miss?
Is it like just the section where it got shot at? Is it just that section that's shot, or is it like the whole screen from top to bottom? She's like, no, it's not the whole screen. You know what I'm saying? But you can still see it. And I'm thinking in my head, like, all right, I know that it's not like the whole screen where it's messing up the whole blacking out screen, but I just want to know if it's just like where I shot it, because it's like on the bottom, or if it's like the whole screen going up. And it's just like a straight band going through my screen right now. And every time I come down here for like a week straight, I was just calling myself a dumbass every time I looked at my screen, like, oh, you stupid motherfucker. You just...
So keep in mind, this happened when I was like, a young one, like 4 or 5 or so.
I thought you were going to say 2 months ago.
So keep in mind this. So when I was a kid, I fed my cat a condom. Now, at that young age, I didn't know what the hell a condom was.
I was in the middle of drinking some shit. I almost died. Fed in a condom?
So the cat didn't die from it. It died like years later.
No. I almost died because I was drinking when you said it.
So don't call PETA on me. Now, when I was younger, I saw that movie Coneheads. The one with the aliens who had like cone heads, whatever. So that one scene where they're like chewing gum, but in reality it wasn't gum, it was a condom. Yeah. So when I saw that in my house one day, I'm like, oh shoot, that's freaking like the same gum that I saw like within that movie, and they never like elaborated on that about that movie. So, and at times I would like feed like my cat like random candy or whatever, and that one day I'm like, oh, let me see if my cat would actually like end up like chewing gum or whatever. So maybe it's like chewing gum, and they like threw up eventually. And then one time my brother went up and he was like cleaning up the vomit, and he saw it, and he's like, what the hell? Like, how in the world did like the cat end up like chewing this? I'm like, isn't that like gum? And like he just looked at me, and then he never never elaborated. So years later, when I learned what a condom was, I doubled back and I was like, oh shoot! Like I actually fed my cat a condom.
Oh,
But
shit.
yeah.
David, you've inspired me to a new idea that's going to make us all rich, man. Like condoms for cats, Porex. Get some Porex in there.
Yeah, just feed them to stray cats and shit.
Jesus, I know the church believes like you don't believe in safe sex and all, like Dave, but feeding the cat a condom, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, this video is getting flagged.
2 seconds into that story. So for me, it's hard to match that with David and the Porex. Is this would have been last year, so it's recent. And I was down in my uncle's. Now, my uncle lives in the countryside, so you know the stereotypical Irish that y'all hear, eedly, and what's he saying? It's that. Like, it's all about that. The further you go deep in Ireland, the more stereotypical you come, like, you know, leprechauns and hills and stuff. And when I was down there with him, it was my cousin's birthday. So I get along. You know, when you have your close part of the family, you really get along. So I get them a little card, get them a gift, put a bit of money in, and happy wishes and all. And I have this problem. I've had it years. Anybody who's knows me and has been with me in reality, especially in situations or even just text, knows I constantly mix these specific 2 words up. So I write on the card I nearly said the word. I write on the card all the best wishes and stuff. So gave them the card. So everyone's around the table, but people having a beer, much chilling, good vibes. And my uncle picks the card up off the table because he's like, he's just having to read it because that's like his family and such. And I could just remember sitting, you know, he's on the left side of the table, I'm here. And I could just remember him looking at my card. So out of the corner of me, I was like, like, lovely, he's probably gonna smile reading that. His eyes start turning in, like, I was like, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, the fuck does that card smell or something? We bear, like, I'm like, what's going on here? And he turns around and he says, are they dead? And he's got a real thick voice. Are they dead? I'm like, what? It's like, are they dead? The room goes silent, so it's amplified on me now. I'm like, what is he talking about? Is this some new trolling? And he flips the card around. And he says, you're not wishing them condolences. What? Why'd you wish them condolences? Like, yeah, so I mix up, yeah, congratulations with condolences.
Oh, shit.
It's not the first time I've done it, like.
That's hilarious.
It's a nice card, other than I wish you my condolences.
Yeah.
And he put the card on the table, like, you know, like as a centerpiece, like, and me still a bit clueless, like, oh, what? Yeah,
that's hilarious.
And I get corrected on it again, like, so for their birthday,
if he needs to fuck you up or not, like,
yeah. I think it ended with for my funeral, he's probably gonna get me a birthday card. Maybe.
You know, Johnny, since I work at Amazon, I'm gonna send you over an Alexa. So when you're writing your cards, you're gonna be like, Alexa, how you spell congratulations? So you know, fuck up again.
Appreciate that, Dave.
There you go, BB. You know, start her up again.
You are dead sound, Dave. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, damn, man. I gotta get my blanket in the scene too, man. Y'all both got y'all blanket in here and shit.
Oh shit! I always sleep with it.
On my screen, it looks like your blanket is like an extension of his blanket because y'all are like next to each other and shit.
Oh my gosh.
Johnny, you look like you sitting on his bed and shit.
That's how you use
Nah, on my screen, your blanket is like an extension to his blanket and shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Am I the one that uses this as a fucking sofa?
Yeah, it's like if you reach on your left side, I just expect your hand to come up behind him and shit.
Oh, that doesn't look.